Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Invicta Specs with John the Phone Guy. Today we have another grail piece of mine, which is the Venom Platinum Select with the inaugural Ronda R150 movement in it. It's a 52.5 millimeter watch. The movement itself, I'll get to it in a second, is actually one of the first releases that Ronda did of their brand new R150 automatic movement they just came out with. It is a 28,800 vibration per hour movement, 8 steps a second. Of course, full Venom with 1,000 meters water resistance, sapphire crystal front and back. And with that, we'll get right into the meat of this thing. So we have obviously, good quality scissor deployant, safety keeper on the back, and we'll open this thing up so you can kind of get a look at the back of this thing. So this is, if you can see, there's a seal on this thing which indicates the inaugural. If you can see right, see if I can get it. It's right. See, limited inaugural edition, 332. Oh, there we go, 332 of 1500. So this is a sapphire crystal on the back here, and obviously a sapphire on the front. Full bracelet. You've got your Swiss logos on the crown. This is a screw down system. This is a semi-hybrid in that it has a cable bolt system, 5 millimeter cable around this. Of course, this is a full Swiss made 3-hand movement with date on the front. It is a little smudgy. Sorry. The not quite combat because it's got some white details in it, obviously, but an amazingly smooth. The R150 is on plane with the Salida movements, 200 and 500 in that they're 8 steps a second also. You get a detail around the inside in between the markers of how much goes into almost like another cable inside the system held in place. The dial face is almost opaque. You get to see some of the movement. You can see the date window underneath some of the pieces here. It is one of my favorite. I love a Venom, so obviously that's right up there. Of course, full screw down crown with the Venom. Change day of the week. Date, I should say. There's probably not a lot of course, full 120 click, unidirectional, very smooth. This is just of course you get all the different finishing techniques on the bracelet. Just an amazing watch. I love a Venom. Got a smudge. I think it's a smudge. Or I scratched it. Well, that's my fault. But that is the Venom Platinum Select with the inaugural Ronda R150. Probably not much more to necessarily talk about. Beefy bracelet. This is a big watch. It's not a Sea Hunter big, but it is substantial in its own right. So we're at 52 millimeters at the traditional 10-4. We're at 22, so we're over 3/4 of an inch height on this. The bracelet, I believe, okay, 26, and so it's the same all the way down. So from that perspective, of course, this is a full Venom with a bracelet, so it is going to have some weight to it. And 13.5 ounces. So it is not a tiny watch by any respects. You know, it's a couple ounces away from a pound, so this is something that is, you kind of have to get used to wearing a Venom. I have about 20 Venoms. I love a Venom, so I'm kind of used to it. And with that, I'll put it on my wrist. Of course, I have a 7-inch wrist for comparison, so that's it on my wrist. Of course, the lug system for me, and I have heard some guys that have a little bit bigger wrists. See how that knocks down right there on that lug system, right there and there, so you can see it kind of notch down. I have heard that some guys with bigger wrist, around 8.5, that actually starts to pinch down in here. It gets uncomfortable for them. I mean, I can understand it. Like I say, I've got a 7-inch wrist, so I mean, it fits me just fine. It does set up off the wrist pretty well, obviously, but you know, once you get used to it, I don't even hardly notice them anymore. I mean, you know, you wear a C100 a day before, and this feels like you don't have anything on at all almost. But there we go. So, as always, if you enjoy the information in this video or in the others, please subscribe. Shout out to Trap Vision and Invicta Lifestyle YouTube. Also, Shop HQ and InvictaStores.com is where we buy most of our watches. Facebook groups, Invictaholics, Invictacruisers, InvictaVets. And as always, enjoy your Invicta watches, and I hope to see you next time on Invicta Specs. Take care.